Hey guys, YipperX5 here. Sorry about that camera shake. I wasn't sure where it was actually facing. So here's an update video of my crypto mining rig, and I know you guys are probably looking at all of that back there and being like, "Goodness gracious, Yipper, what are you doing with your life?" It's actually pretty well contained in the back portion of that. These wires out here, that's just what they do. They're out here. Wow, it's getting kind of warm. Yeah, so I've been letting it run for like the past about 10 minutes or so, trying to give it a chance to come up to idle temperatures without the box fan running right here. Yeah, I know this room's kind of wrecked, but I don't use it for anything other than crypto mining. So here's my current speeds right now. As you can see, we're pushing almost 110 mega hashes. That is at 750 watts. If I turn the monitor off, I think it should go down about 15 or so. Oh wow, it went down almost 20. So yeah, it's about 720 watts or so for these 5 cards. They're not tuned down as much as they could be. They don't really like to tune down very much anymore. I don't know if that's a limitation of the board, the PCI Express risers, or what really. But as you can see, all the cards are running at 73, 74, 74, 74, 74. Yeah, so I mean we're running a little warm. Usually I like to keep them a little under 70, but like I said, I had the fan off and everything, so the video. There we got we upgraded it to 2 power supplies on this one. This power supply back here is the primary power supply. It powers the motherboard, the CPU, and if I remember correctly, it powers these 3 graphics cards in the front. Yes, I know you're probably seeing that zip tie and being like, what is going on? It just slipped back there, and it doesn't really put any kind of pinch or bind on the card, so it's fine, and the card doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, no, zip ties, they're great. These 2 graphics cards are powered by this power supply. There were 3 on the end here, but no, I take that back. These 2 are powered by that power supply. These 3 are powered by this power supply. This is the secondary power supply. I've just got a little piece of wire in on the green and the black post over there, and I put it up out of the way so nothing would touch it. It'd probably be better to have some electrical tape over it, but that's fine. Note to you guys, I actually killed 2 of my cards, and this is probably pretty obvious to anyone with an electrical degree or anything like that. And, you think I would know something like that with my field of work. But I totally spaced and left the power supplies plugged in and on, even though I shut the machine down, when I was swapping some power pins in my RX 480s, 2 of them. So I did have 6 RX 480s, now I only have 4. And I ended up frying them. So yeah, I also fried the power supply, which is sitting up here on this desk. We've got another project working up here. This will be my second mining computer when I get another power supply and I get one more RX 470. As you can see, this was supposed to have 2 RX 470s in it, and here's the second RX 470. This board actually doesn't run. It's the H81 Pro BTC. It doesn't run with all 6 cards. A lot of people might be looking at that being like, why does it look like there's a space for their card there? There is, trust me. There's supposed to be a card there. It just, it's not there right now. But yeah, I keep everything under control on this one. I consider this rig right down here basically finished. I found that the RX 470s actually give the same hash rate as the 480s, and they're a bit cheaper. Actually, it might be better to step up to the 580s or the 570s now, because the 480s and 470s aren't really on the market anymore. So some upgrades I went from this computer. I'm actually probably going to change the processor anyway on this upper one I'll show you, but this one was running I believe a Pentium. I think it's a G440 or G4400. Yeah. And 4 gigabytes of RAM, DDR3. It's got 5 graphics cards in it, 2 750 watt power supplies, and 120 gig solid state that's sitting right back there on top of the power supply. This guy up here is running my, well, I'm actually trying to look on the motherboard right now. Let's go ahead and we'll put this camera right up here so you guys can look at that beautiful Intel logo. Okay, so Basically, this guy right here is the ASRock H170A-X1. Not too spectacular of a motherboard in all honesty, other than the fact that it has capacity for I think 32 gigabytes of RAM, which is kind of neat. It's got the LG 1151 socket, and it's got 5 PCI Express lanes. What's really cool about this is this one and this one right here and this one right here are all out of the way, so you can actually put a card in each of your 16X slots if you want to not use the risers, which, you know, I'm kind of up and down about the risers, whether I like them or whether I don't like them. So you could put a graphics card here and a graphics card here, and then you can run 3 on risers, or you could run, you know, 1 graphics card in and then 4 on risers, which is all fine and dandy. What I'm actually planning on doing is upgrading this to probably on a lower end i3 11G or LG 1151, just to give it a little bit extra processing power, so that maybe it doesn't stutter so much with the upgrades and everything, and the downloads of the driver updates and stuff. And because I noticed this one really struggles sometimes to even boot up, let alone do anything, and I think that might be related to the processor or the RAM. So I figure if I upgrade, you know, this one's running a Celeron in it, which I think is a little bit worse than a Pentium, so I'll find out for sure if it is the processor. But it has 8 gigabytes of RAM, and I went ahead and used G.Skill's Ripjaw RAM because it was pretty cheap. It was on the sale, and DDR4 RAM, pretty nice. I actually run G.Skill in my gaming, not their Ripjaw, but I run their Sniper DDR3 RAM. That's because I use a FX8350. But yeah, so this is going to be a pretty nice rig. I imagine I'm probably going to get like a 1300 watt or maybe a 1000 watt power supply for this guy whenever I get his 5 cards. I just need 4 more RX 470s, which or 570s, which that shouldn't be too fairly off. I'll probably have this one up and running in a couple of months. But yeah, with Ethereum's recent spike in price, guys, you need to get out there and start getting it while you can. It's going to become, the entry level is going to be kind of expensive. Right now, this rig mines 0.9 Ethereum, or no, 0.09 Ethereum a day, if it mines 24/7, which is not a lot. You know, it takes 10 days, and then I can sell it. And I think today they were at 160 a per, and I just got one, and I put it on my exchange, and let's see if I can't trade it for some monies. But yeah. Ethereum's going up in price, all this stuff's going on. But yeah, I think I'm gonna cut this video short now because A, it's been going on for 8 minutes, and B, it's getting kind of toasty in this room. I need to cool it back down. But yeah, keep mining, guys. Be safe. Don't forget to play with your clocks and your tunes. I use Wattman on this guy to drop the power usage down a bit. I tried overclocking the memory, but that didn't quite work out so well. But we'll see if we can't do anything else. I'm very wary of BIOS flashes. But yeah, stay safe, guys.